Hey, aloha, I'm Mark J, world's laziest networker, coming to you from our beautiful home here in Kauai, Hawaii. Creator of the Master Key Experience and Go 90 Grow, the two #1 trainings for self-development and network marketing. And so I know the headline caught your eye. How does network marketing destroy marriages? So we're going to talk about, and I'm going to give you the key to building a productive culture on your team while simultaneously enriching the relationships of the people on your team rather than destroying them. So really what destroys network marketing families, I mean, I've never seen an industry with this amount of divorces and arguments and everything else. So let's just back up to see where this happens, and then the inappropriate step that most people take, which you won't take after watching this training. By the way, these are Training Tuesdays. We do this once a week, so make sure you get here. I'll remind you again, but leave a comment below, and in the comment, tell us what you want us to cover. What are you struggling with? And we'll cover that for you. But basically, here's what happens. Most people join this business because they're short on time or they're short on money. And in most cases, and it certainly was my case, I was short on time and money. And what are the first two things that we ask people for? You're going to love the irony of this. The first two things we ask them for is time and money, right? So they're already short on time and money. Now we're taking more time and money from them. And fundamentally, this creates stress. You need to know this, and you need to get into our self-development programs. But stress is the #1 exacerbator, one, of health problems, and two, repetitive behavior. Under stress, people do what they know how to do, what they like to do, but mostly they do what they're familiar doing. Here comes the irony. So they're short on time and money. They join the business. We ask them for time and money. The stress level goes up, and what are they going to do? They're going to do what they're familiar doing, which made them broke time and money-wise in the first place. So if we don't solve this challenge right when they enroll, then they're going to repeat the behaviors that made them broke. They're going to fight with their husband or wife about the time and money that's going out of the house. Let's fix that for you right now with a very simple thing actually called Oats. Now, what Oats will do for you is change the culture on your team, and it'll accelerate trust. Nothing accelerates trust more than people respecting other people's families, respecting other people's spiritual beliefs, and helping them build the business. And Oats will actually do that for you. So let's talk about what Oats is. Oats stands for objectives, objectives, actions, time, and schedule. So we're on schedule. Let's blow something else out of the water here that's absolutely absurd. Any books that you have on time management, and I was an English major and an education major, and I love books, but anything you have on time management, burn it, because you cannot manage time. What you can manage is the choices that you make about where you're going to invest your time. And what happens to most people in network marketing is they join, they want to make money. Most of us join network marketing probably 6 months to a year after we should have. So the stress is at an all-time high, and we're going out and trying to make things happen. We're getting rejected. We're getting beat up because nobody taught us the skills to get people to say yes. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you 2 skills, absolutely free. They won't lead you to a funnel or an upsell or any of that nonsense. It's a legitimate Teaching Tuesday, okay? And I'm going to tell you why I'm doing all this and putting out a lesson a week that's really the keys to the vault, okay? I want to do business with you later. So I want you to experience what we do, how we work, and how effective these skills are. And then when that happens, when we do make an offering, maybe you give us a fair shot. Does that make sense? Okay. And this is really important if you want to make a lot of money. Be upfront with people. Stop using words like integrity and transparency and just be it, okay? Just be it. Okay, so what are your objectives for the week? What actions do you need to take to obtain those objectives, how much time is it going to take you, and because shit goes wrong, add 20%. So in other words, if you think something's going to take you an hour, make it an hour and 12 minutes, okay? So you want to allow that in there. And then you want to schedule it, and this is really important, in writing, okay? Look I love the electronic world. It's awesome. But there's something magical that happens when you write it in a book, okay? So we're going to take a 10-hour work week, okay? And what you want to focus on for your objectives is behaviors, okay, not results. You don't want to focus on results. In other words, you don't want to have something like I sponsor 2 people. So this might be your objective for the week is you show the plan, STP, to 4 people. You went through some prospects, had dialogue, you eliminated some of them came in, everything is great. 4 of them, you want to show the business 4 times. What actions do you need to do that? Well, let me give you a little math. You're going to reach the person that you're attempting to reach on the phone 16% of the time according to AT&T and Sprint, both the same. And I've charted over 10,000 calls, and believe it or not, it came out to basically exactly that number. So 100 dials is going to get you in touch with 16 people. And so if you're a good converter, maybe that's all you need. 100 dials at 15 dials an hour is a pretty fair number. So you're talking about maybe 7 hours worth of work. You're putting in 10. That gives you 3 hours to meet with those people, show them the plan, and enroll them. So what are the actions you need to take to hit the objective? We'll say is 100 dials, okay? Now you're gonna need some skills so people say yes. And like I said, I'm gonna give you a link. It'll be down below. It's freenetworkskills.biz. I'm gonna give you 2 skills that'll get you a yes to looking at your business in less than 17 seconds. It's a gold mine, and I didn't pull that number out of my ear, okay? My wife's saying, keep it clean, keep it clean. So I know that this is 7 hours to do this, so I'm going to do what? 8 hours. Because kids interrupt, the dog gets out and tips the trash over. Your wife says, honey, you didn't take the trash out. And you got to go do that so you don't have a fight later. And then you're going to schedule it in writing. So Oats, what are your objectives? You want to show the plan, not enroll people 4 times. What actions do you have to take to do that? So here's where we get to not breaking the marriages. Okay, so here's the week. Okay, so here's your week, and here's your before 9 in the morning and after 9. Now the number one thing that you want to do to keep marriages together and build that trust is make sure you teach this to everybody on your team, and you've got to be adamantly loyal to it. To what, Mark? What am I loyal to? Well, it's really pretty simple. You want to make sure that that person scheduled time with their universal mind, creator, God, Jesus, Buddha, whatever it happens to be. Respect them all, love them all. But the number one thing that a person schedules is time for their spiritual life, and you make sure they do that. 2, and this is the marriage saver, okay? Number 2 is to schedule a date with everybody in the family, individually and one collective. Let me explain. It means you make a date with your husband just to go for a walk. You don't have to go to Ruth Chris's. You don't have to go to a Broadway show. Just make that time. And when you're with your husband or wife in that time, do not think about your business. The first few times you will, okay? But this is what you do. You sit your family down and you say, look I'm going to put in 10 hours a week into my business. And the reason I'm doing it is, and you explain why you're doing it and say, and I need your support. But you need to know, honey, you need to know, little Johnny and little Jill, you need to know that nothing is more important than you are. So before I schedule my Oats, and we always do this on Friday, right? Weekends on Friday and starts on Saturday. You tell them, before I schedule my work, I'm going to schedule time with each of you. We're going to do something as a group, so you have a little tea party with your daughter, you play catch with your son. And when you're with them, you're not thinking about prospecting, you're not thinking about recruiting, you're not thinking about the dream. You're playing catch, you're having imaginary tea, and you're going for a walk with your husband and the dog, be there for them. Because what happens is you schedule these dates week after week after week, they're going to know that they have their time coming up first and you've made it the best. So at this point, you've scheduled time, let's say you have a church thing and let's say you do meditation every day. You know, if you don't work on yourself, your business is already defined how well you're going to do. So you need to improve yourself to do that. And we're going to give you some tips on Thursdays about that. Then you schedule a date with wifey and Johnny, little Johnny. Huh? Or partner, yeah. Okay. Wife, husband, whatever. Okay. And little Jill. Okay. So you got time scheduled. They got time scheduled with God. Now, when people would call us up and say, I want to book some time with you to make some calls, I would say to them, did you schedule time with your husband yet? And they'd say, well, no, he'll be home in a few minutes. I just want to take care of this now. Say no. No, you've got to schedule that first. I need to know that it's scheduled, because when this happens for them week after week, until money starts coming in, they'll feel like supporting you because you have not told them, but you have shown them that they come first. And this is a big thing. A lot of network marketers get hung up in this thing. So now you're going to schedule your dials, okay, to fulfill the action steps that you need to take. And once that's done, you've got a beautiful schedule and you just copy it with your team and you teach your teammates. Do not give time to people in the organization that don't book time with their family. And when people on your team, someone you sponsored, finds out that you were talking to Derek, and Derek said, yeah, I was trying to book some time with Mark, but he made me make a date with my wife first. What's going to happen is they're going to see that you care more about their family life and their life with God than your paycheck. Trust goes up in your home. So let me know if you got some value out of this. Leave a comment down below. And we love subscribers and comments. I mean, that's what we're shooting for, to get the word out that people don't need to spend money from these gurus and self-appointed and fake brand experts, but people that have actually done it, that are actually living inside the dream. So again, the link down below is freenetworkskills.biz. I'm going to give you 2 skills that will get you a yes in less than 17 seconds. And here's the key part: rejection free. So take care of the people on your team by making them make dates with their family, both individually and one group date. Maybe you play Monopoly or something. Then schedule time after you've scheduled time with the Lord. Schedule time with your family. Keep first things first. Then you schedule the dialing time, which are the action steps that'll achieve this. And remember to add in 20%, because not everything goes perfectly. Peace be the journey. I'm Mark J., world's laziest networker. Let's kick some ass and make some money. Get those skills and share them with your team. They're free, no funnel, okay? I can't pitch you any harder than that. Just do it, okay?